if you're asking my personal opinion to keep Cameroon one must be divisible. Because it's a cliche that Cameroon is one and indivisible, because it's not true. Culturally, we are divisible. Language-wise, we are divisible. The law-wise, we have inherited that. So anybody who says Cameroon is one and indivisible is a fallacy. And so we would have to handle that issue very squarely and objectively. And that's what I call the truth. The truth must prevail. There is no doubt that there are people of both sides, that cherish their heritage. And the only way of keeping Cameroon together is to respect the respective heritages that we do have.
Fellow Ambazonians, good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the globe. I come here today for give a special edition as a follow-up actually for which we the spokesperson for AGOC, a recent outing. I come here just for drive home the message with the spokesperson for AGOC, my fellow comrade, beloved comrade, Lucas Asu. The messaging we put out for a most recent outing, and our advice all Ambazonians for go follow that particular outing. It carry a lot of weight, and today I will be privileged for use some bits and pieces of like excerpts for that outing. I advise Ambazonians for watch the outing where the president for AGOC put on. If you watch them for ACN channel for Facebook, and if you watch them for the spokesperson face a YouTube channel, I hardly do follow up for other people. Them I mostly always do for the president for AGOC, but this one it deserves a follow up and a deep analysis for which we the president for AGOC, I mean the spokesperson for AGOC, Comrade Lucas Asu, the messaging for today, it will be very critical. So at times I come for emphasize on certain things and way he put out today. Why I do so because a couple of Ambazonians some of them, they contact me and they ask me the question: if La République du Cameroon, you don't signal for the Norwegians, say they want to get a talk with the AGOC, why would not make them private? Why would take them out? Will bring them to the public? That why that the focus of my discussion for today. And as I continue with this outing, I want to make one thing very clear. La République du Cameroon, that Thuggery nation, now a radioactive nation, now a poisonous radioactive source. It get a curse. Since the beginning of the war on Ambazonia, anybody we don't support La République du Cameroon, it carry a curse. I go lay something, at least this particular monologue what get them today. That's the Ambazonian history of dealing with the Thuggery nation is our best teacher. The one I follow up for an excerpt where I will put her out with the spokesperson for the AGOC, Comrade Lucas Asu. He delivered on today. Now the most powerful outing that way our comrade he put them out. It be worth for follow him. And it be based, my outing to be based on the facts that they tell. Did they say why would I put that messaging out? Why if La Republic of Cameroon want talk, why would I not make them secret as They will demand the Norwegians. And why would I put that out there? Ambazonian not get nothing for be afraid of. We fight a legitimate and a just war. We put in we all. We follow the particular saying, say a slave we ain't no rebel, he deserve no pity. The nationalist Ambazonians, they don't see say we know we continue for hand down slavery for picking it as legacy. The nationalist Ambazonians, they don't see say we know we continue as a people for allow this legacy for enslavement, torture, murder, rape. We like the Republic Cameroon impose them on we. We not go allow them. We not go pass down this pain for our future generation. We dey fight with everything we will get them as nationalists. We dey throw the sink at the wall. We dey give them with all. The only thing where you leave them for this one, the legacy where you leave them. We dey make sure say the future generation of Ambazonian they go see our footprints. They go know who fight genuinely for them. They go know who bring them glory. We need to compromise that one. Nationalism. If you go for every nationalist Ambazonian, in mind, it talk say, if I leave this fight for me, one I will continue. I go die with them. Now, why that well remember the saying where the president for AGOVC he used to talk for it. I go think of address that BS with the so-called country where he call himself say it is amongst the 20 most happiest nations. Happiest nations. First of all, that question was the 20 most happiest nations. It be challengeable, but I'll go with that assumption. Norway. I'll get an excerpt to talk about Norway. One of the genocide promoters globally pretend masquerade like people the Norwegian people, their government, they masquerade around as promoters of liberty and freedom, while they are promoters of genocide, oppression. What they have done to Ambazonia, that stain will live with them forever. They are the perpetrators of genocide. I'll address that later on. They call themselves one of the 20 most happiest nations, happy in the oppression and genocide of a people. I will address that one later on. So, man, not digress plenty. The president for AGOVC always tell me, say, fight this revolution like the freedom from Ambazonia depend on you alone. And the more reason that way when they be think say they go shake down, they'll make a shakedown on us. The previous US administration with the thugs, the leeches, what they call themselves France, leech off of other people, but like the blacklist globally. They be things they do a shakedown on, we will go panic or run away. Nationalism is stand the fight. We offer our body, our blood, our soul for land. Kill we all, but we will die. So die for people. Make my blood be stained because I dare have to fight for the freedom for Ambazonians. The things that they shake down go push we aside. Nationalists at the AGOVC, they see stand. They continue to say you no go bully them, you no go harass them, you no go coerce them, you no go intimidate them. We'll be ready for giving our all and our lives and everything for our people, Ambazonia. The president for AGOVC always give us one message. Fight like this revolution depend on you and you alone. So The question I don't digress much. The question where some people they ask me, I say, why the spokesperson? He go out, he talk with the Republic Cameroon, say me they can hand them over for start negotiation. We will put it out in public. I want to drive home that message. Strategically, why we put it out for public for Ambazonians. History no best teacher. I will play a bit of the excerpt for which the spokesperson for AGOVC put it out, and I will go further for analyze the purpose and the rationale as to why the AGOVC strategically come out for the Ambazonian and say, "Nala Republic Cameroon, a conversation that don't get down with the Swiss." And why the AGOVC come for put a lay and bear in front of the Ambazonian people them, and the terms and the conditions them where the AGOVC put on. Will the Republic Cameroon, if they mean business, they throw them back. The AGOVC throw them back to the Norwegians because of the history with this barbaric nation, a banana republic with the masquerade like a country. The history don't get out with them. We throw them back on the footsteps of these Norwegians if they mean business and they be serious. I will bring it out publicly. We lay with claims, we lay with conditions them for Ambazonians them. For be a free people and go fight. We need to do them for hiding. Because all we ask us, like Cameroon, live for land. We don't need anything from them. They live we bear as we come as they come out. We'll determine whether we'll ask them reparation or not. But the bare minimum need that they live for land. We are not like them. They are not like us. They are not like us in every way, shape, or form, culturally wise, everything. They are not like us. Like Republic Cameroon is not like us. We're distinct people from them. And they no fit erase that one from we. They do everything 60 years for assimilate we. We tell them, say, we are not like you people. I will play a piece of the excerpt for which we, the spokesperson, because my outing today be for zero down on which the spokesperson for AGOVC. He put her out today, and I'll advise every Ambazonian, say, go back if you never listen to that the spokesperson today, that the 25th of February 2025. Go back, go listen to the spokesperson for AGOVC. The spokesperson for AGOVC, come and look at us. Go for a Facebook page, or you go for the ACN page, or you go for the Facebook page for ACN, and or the ACN page for YouTube. Go for your YouTube page also. Any of those three channels, and you will get the messaging for the. But be very critical, because I want to drive home the message. I want to respond to some people the way they come today. They ask me why put her out? Why would I come out the toxic level? No, there is a history behind, and it be for a purpose, because we mean business from the AGOVC for free Ambazonia. We do it unapologetically. No be hide business. So I play this excerpt, then we will see for listen to it with the spokesperson we talk, and then I will dissect that one better. Listen, I want to talk more about this.
Norway must learn from the experiences of the failure of the Swiss intention and the Canadian process. That's how they give Norway this advice. For 2019, Switzerland, it come out through their HD. They can't start talk, say they say the one Cameroon want talk with Ambazonia. Cameroon want talk with Ambazonia. Cameroon want talk with Ambazonia. It take them almost 6 months. They be using now this NGO before their government come, before the AGOVC challenge them. Say, look, we no go get involved. When I go talk with the Sakos, when I go talk with the Akwangas, when I go talk with the Boherbets. As long as when I descend as some small NGO, me talk say Cameroon and Ambazonia, they want talk. No person will take una serious. If una want make this thing work, number one, the government of Switzerland, it got to take responsibility for the process. When I know we leave them for the hand for some small NGO. The AGOVC force them. The AGOVC say, we no will get involved until when a government says it come in. We no get involved until when appoint an envoy. The Swiss, they come in themselves. The Swiss, they appointed an envoy. Hague of C still tell them, say, when I don't come in, when I don't appoint an envoy, it never correct. When I get for show a commitment from the Cameroon government. When I not go only the come for the Ambazonian side, say Cameroon want talk, Cameroon want talk. Cameroon is itself the she don't quiet. When I show a commitment from a written commitment from Cameroon, the Hague of C continue for insist. Say without a written commitment from Cameroon, we no go take una serious.
May I stop for the. I want to make some one thing very clear for Ambazonians. It be very important. When it be very important. So just give me a minute.
It takes 2.5 years. They continue to deceive the Ambazonian people. Sako they carry them for their head. They did travel across Ambazonian community. For go tell Ambazonia, they say, Cameroon want talk, Cameroon want talk. You know, who saw the commitment from Cameroon Day? Norway, no one, Switzerland no be fit for sure. They even come for Canada here. And I challenge them for that hall. When I not feel the work around our community, when I know one.
Okay, Ambazonians. I think some part there for the video I think we miss out, and I want to make we get them very clearly. I will see people up. I continue to talk about them. Some people they be there when they be start the Swiss talk. They be attack the Hague of C. They tell we how now we the stall the process. You begin to get an objective. Why would you fight? Want independence, outright independence. No be a political struggle. Now an issue of the nationhood for Ambazonia. Some people will see Hague of C like fool them. They throw all sort of heap all sort of insults on Hague of C. They be think say for the Swiss talk, they be think say we be stupid, we be novice. They be think say we not understand geopolitics. We not understand how they play with other people. Them when we see Ambazonians will be excited. See some European nation called Switzerland. You don't call we say more talk. The Hague of say, hey, say una hold una breaks. Yeah. What be the terms? What be the conditions? We go talk now with who? We talk now on what terms? Who be the mediator? What is the topic of discussion? Those were the salient questions that the Hague of C asked. With all that noise that's Swiss, we see the bubble, we bust the bubble. Will not be moved. The Hague of C is not moved by color or nation where you come from. We are moved by our conviction for our liberation. When they make the statement, don't blink, you come and say Hague of C, we understand exactly what we mean. We'll be asked those pertinent questions. Some people be excited, they fly left and right, they make noise, so Swiss talk. What's that end? You know why it collapse? Because we see the scam in it. We hold fire. Nationalism say till we understand the purpose of that talk. Who be the key players? Who then be committed? then we'll go talk. If those terms don't be laid out, now waste of time. We'll not go mortgage we freedom because a bunch of people waiting for Europe, they don't call we see me, they come, we'll talk with them. May I'll continue this talk for the spokesperson for AGOC. May I continue discussion. It be important at times to make we look into things and the way it appear. I know why I talk these things separately because I get a couple of questions. People then they ask me, "Oh, this kind of thing happens, so now they can like a opportunity."
More destructions of our community. 2 days ago, the Ambazonian Governing Council, they can announce and for all we now say Norway, they don't can tell the AGOC say it be send a delegation of diplomats for go visit Mr. Paul Biya and the people of Cameroon and the government of Cameroon. That delegation come back with a letter from Mr. Paul Biya where he talks, they say, a letter from Mr. Paul Biya to the Ambazonian Governing Council where he talks, say, the government of Cameroon will be interested for start a negotiation process directly with the Ambazonian Governing Council. We come out, we can give that information. Now, we can tell Norway today, say for the Ambazonian people for take Norway serious, and for take what Norway don't take them serious, the Norwegians, they must show public leadership. Norway itself must come up for outside. It can't talk, say, we, the government of Norway, will be send a delegation to Cameroon. That delegation don't come back. Now the letter this way, Mr. Paul Biya is sent them for the Ambazonian Governing Council, say he won't get into negotiation with the Ambazonian Governing Council on behalf of the Ambazonian people. Now the first thing that we know we got for doing, for give a own process credibility, for put a face into the process, for show the international community Norway its own seriousness. Why this one be important? Norway must learn from the experiences of the failure of the Swiss intention and the Canadian process. That's how they give Norway this advice. For 2019, Switzerland, it come out through their HD, they can't start talk, say they say the one Cameroon want talk with Ambazonia. Cameroon want talk with Ambazonia. Cameroon want talk with Ambazonia. It take them almost 6 months. They be used now this NGO before their government come, before the AGOC challenge them. Say, look, we no go get involved. When I go talk with the Sakos, when I go talk with the Akwangas, when I go talk with the Boherbets. As long as when I descend as some small NGO, me talk say Cameroon and Ambazonia, they want talk. No person will take una serious. If una want make this thing work, number one, the government of Switzerland, it got to take responsibility for the process. When I know we leave them for the hand for some small NGO. The AGOC force them. The AGOC say, we no will get involved until when a government says it come in. We no go get involved until when appoint an envoy. The Swiss, they come in themselves. The Swiss, they appointed an envoy. AGOC still tell them, say, when I don't come in, when I don't appoint an envoy, it never correct. When I get for show a commitment from the Cameroon government. When I no go only the come for the Ambazonian side, say Cameroon want talk. Cameroon is itself the she don't quiet. When I show a commitment from a written commitment from Cameroon.
So for this place, when I see the handlers for the Republic of Cameroon, how they try for hoodwink Ambazonia for church way. But when I see how the AGOC outmaneuver that fraud, we say for everything will be transparent to the public. And for sure say there is a reality in what they are trying to do. They press hard, no be edge come. They be feel say will be toy, will be picking them, we don't know what to do. the Hague of Sea Press House will need the government commitment. When the government commit, they say, okay, third phase, make La République du Cameroun commit. This is to be very important. And if for sure, when I say being a scam, no believe everything when I see and with it out there, the names when I hear out there. Now arrangements. It collapsed because we tell them, say, if La République du Cameroun no commit na fraud, I'll put her out in public. When the Hague of Sea call itself the vanguard of this revolution, and the markers in that way would put them. Nobody after 60-something years could take me for a fool or for a ride. Whenever she know Ambazonians, I ask myself why the Swiss stock be collapse. It be collapsed because we hold the Swiss government to account for take responsibility, no play with small picking them. Take responsibility. And if it claim, say it, when I feel imagine the things will be stupid. They claim that the Swiss process go on. Why did they want to organize their so-called national dialogue back home? I will say we don't care. If La République du Cameroun commit officially to the process, then we will talk. That way we get seasoned technocrats within the Hague of Sea, with the whole La République du Cameroun and their fraud, with the one put out front, to task, and why that Swiss stock be collapse. Because La République du Cameroun, they handlers them with the one play we. They know if you meet that last recommendation, say make La République du Cameroun commit officially, they will start talk between two nations. So I'll move ahead.
The Hague of Sea continue for insist. Say without a written commitment from Cameroon, we no go take una serious. It take 2.5 years. They continue for deceive the Ambazonian people. Sako they carry them for their head. They did travel across Ambazonian community. For go tell Ambazonia, they say, Cameroon want talk, Cameroon want talk. You know, who saw the commitment from Cameroon day? Norway, no one, Switzerland no be fit for sure. They even come for Canada here. And I challenge them for that hall. When I not feel the work around our community, when I no one go get a simple commitment from Cameroon, when they can't deceive our people.
Because at that point, always the Switzerland, they call themselves, they carry their nose for air like people, the way they get some level of civility. Always they see resources for land. They don't even see human, no get respect for we. We call that a bullshit out. Say, come out, show who you really be. They talk their tails in between their legs and they run away because the one can lie away. But they be meet up really determined Ambazonians them for hold them to account. That's why that way they run. Because they be act like smoke screen for hoodwing we continue the operation for Ambazonia.
It take 2.5 years before the Norwegian, the Swiss, they come out, they can't talk, say they say, well, Cameroon not be interested. And so then they would dissolve. But it takes 2.5 years of constant deception and manipulation of the Ambazonian people them. How many Ambazonians will be killed? Thousands of Ambazonians will be killed. Hundreds of communities will be burned down during that time. Hundreds of, if not thousands of Ambazonians, they will be taken hostage, and up to today, Cameroon, it keep them under hostage. How many Ambazonians, thousands of Ambazonians, they become refugees?
And I will still call Ambazonians them their mind to this. Wait till La République du Cameroun, it one, a crime against humanity. Now an international crime. For go take and it collude with Nigeria. Go take people they officially under international law seek refugee. They were refugees in Nigeria. They can't lock, they take them bring them back for the country they run away from. They jail them. Switzerland no call them out for that bullshit. The world no call Cameroon out for that bullshit. Like put the Cameroon for that bullshit. Then they can't tell us they want to talk with now. If they be really one square, put everything on proper context. Say they be people they be civilized. The people they maintain international or they try to operate under the rules based order. They would only talk directly. So you have broken international laws to kidnap refugees and then bring them back into your account. They will hold Nigeria and Cameroon, they will hold them to task. See, that one a breach of international law. Why did not be doing? Well, that one a question. Now we'll give the answer for another day. But we just want for the put puncture for this scam. We put it parade themselves like civilized nations, or they work on a rules-based order. They pretend for an affront. Say they be civilized people. They see how they pick and choose laws them. Ayuk, Tabi, and the 9 where they kidnap them. That one now international crime where they commit them. Which country don't call out that people can wrong say that is not right? Which country don't hold them to task? Who keep revolution aside? Under international laws, you're not supposed to kidnap a refugee. You collude with Nigeria, kidnap a refugee. We never hear people then come out like so-called international NGOs. Them they never take that one like something. Maybe talk say keeping this thing aside. These were refugees. They never talk about that one. They never even hold every Cameroon accountable for that one. Say you kidnap refugees, they run away with Nigeria, bring them back for your country for safeguard their lives. They turn the other way.
They become displaced because the Swiss they be failed for provide leadership. Then they come up. They say, oh, now Canada pre-talks. They get the Ambazonian Governing Council for lead the charge, unite the Ambazonian people, bring nationalist movement together. Well, the Canadian government, they come up, they say, look, Cameroon, be serious. It's okay. 3 rounds of underground talks they take place on October 2022, they take place on November 2022, and they take place on December 2022. The first round of pre-talks, it take place for the city where they call and say Montebello, for the province of Quebec. The second round of talk, it take place on November 2022 for the city where they call and say Mont-Tremblant, for the province of Quebec. And the final pre-talks, it will take place for the city of Toronto, for the province of Ontario. It be round up that last phase, it round up the pre-talks. They sign an agreement, they sign the pre-talks agreement where it lay a framework for negotiations. But why it failed? It failed because the Canadian foreign minister, when at the Canadian foreign ministry for the Canadian federal government, now be the lead these talks. So the talks will take place at that higher level, but the Canadian foreign minister, Madame Jolie, it not come out for outside, for can't tell the world say the country of Canada, it don't bring Ambazonia and Cameroon together for work on a peace settlement agreement for end the conflict for Ambazonia. Their failure for take ownership and demonstrate that public leadership, it not give the process the credibility and the visibility where it need them for galvanize the international community for support that process.
So we don't be done with all these games we dey play and we. Besides that, the Republic of Cameroon, maybe go wrong go see Canada, where if he help them out. Because the war they bleed them. Everything they go crush we. They don't go see them. We'll give them terms. And with that very talk, that pre-talks where a spokesperson list that out, we be did it with a flag. Like people come with dictate the terms. We said nope. We are coming here to speak as two parties. You are like Cameroon. We are Ambazonians. And on that level, we'll be getting a conversation with them for Canada. And one of the angles them, where they be the try for angle them, for look them. You know, they be very good at looking at people. Look, all we already talk for social media, we talk about revolution, or we'll stand the fight for people. So one thing I go to tell Ambassador and say, experts then they out with this study. Psychology now they study people, them individual them. They know who be corruptible and who not be corruptible. They be use Canada talk, calculate the weakest links. They be fit zero down on one particular element. We don't cause the death of who fighters them. They fit buy it over because it be the jump from one spot to the next, one place to the next, leaping. We see those signals and but we'll be a little bit blindsided, of which me personally, I speak on behalf of the ADF as a spokesperson. I doubled out as a spokesperson for ADF. We apologize for Ambazonians and say, yeah, we take that L. If we identify that element, we it is skipped from one spot to the next. We buy it over for internally to intentionally destroy it from within. Now when I see the outcome, it roll out. Now I need work with the generals and colonials for the enemy for kill the same people they pretend to be fight for them. Somebody we oil expenditures and people they will be personally within the ACOFC support this hoodlum when they be there in financial crisis, but it turn against some fighters and kill them. So we do as we did go along. The purpose for Canada, you see, throughout from Swiss, people were bought over. They buy over people inside Swiss talk. As they buy them over, they give them money for more fighters and for fuel. Now history from Barcelona this. For more fighters and for fuel, there is a purpose. They utilize the means for calm down the revolution, for making more curve back, may they continue the oppression. Some fighters will be gullible. As they buy you, not successful buy you, they kill you. We see them all. Like history, Amazon, put them down. So nationalist fighters, them. The bulldozer, one of the main independence, we ADF now they call for nationalism for fighters, them. They stand their ground, if you buy them over. The second phase, maybe now, for buy over a couple of people, them within that, during the pre-talks, like we come on back for money. You find weak links for buy over some people, them more for trying to destroy from within. Maybe almost succeed, but because of the intelligence and the sharp nature for national security advisor, we will pull out the mole with the one planter inside we will extract them, and the rest na history. When I see how the mole it don't go rampant, when it come out. Now I talk say egg of sea be made up of very seasoned people with a head there for the right place. They know exactly how we ought to go, where to lead Ambazonian to. At the high level of the egg of sea intelligence, if you pull out that mole and call it out before the damage will be fully caused, I want to see how it go radioactive on the revolution. I don't want to use my platform for UC for even calling him because he will be worthy of him. So because as the spokesperson talk, they don't be put out, we don't do anything hiding. If they be committed and determined and intentional, Canada is a big nation. They never come out. What did the profit? They never come out kind of lie. Say they get the foreign minister be put documents out upon documents. They get the archives, they get the signatures for the doc for all those pre-talks. Then we get them. They get them. They will openly put them out. But the weakness, as the spokesperson talked, I say, did not be come out in public for declare, say we take ownership for these pre-talks, and we move in this direction. So now here the spokesman is stress on this. I think I will drive home the message and more understand exactly who say the aim of the command and the stance and the position with certain things that we do. And if you say they bring a rack tag or they do any kind of thing, we get a particular purpose and it will be strategic in the way we operate.
Then, even when they don't sign the final agreement for December, Madame Jolie and the Prime Minister, they be supposed to come outside, Ambazonian for one side, Cameroon for one side, the Canadian government for middle, and then they bring CNN, they bring CBC, they bring BBC. They be supposed to hold a press conference for announce the end of the pre-talks agreement and lay out the framework for the main negotiation. They failed for doing. The failure for provide that public leadership now he make them on December 31st when Mr. Paul Biya supposed to go for outside December 31st, 2022 for Mr. Paul Biya's speech. Mr. Paul Biya supposed to announce for that speech. Say they say for the last 3 months, he don't engage through the Canadians for a negotiated process for Ambazonian. Mr. Paul Biya for that speech, he not talk anything like that. He continue for talk about the war for fight the separatists. He end the process. 1 month, a few weeks later, they have Minister of Communication or Justice, Minister of Communication, they come out outside. They can't deny, say, Cameroon not get anything to do with the talks.
So when I talk, say, now a Thuggery nation, a bunch of thieves, they masculinity nation, they don't get no dignity. And but the Cameroon government don't get no dignity, no integrity. They are not like us. They are not like Ambazonia. And I talk this stress. Even the 11th province, they live amongst us. They are not like us. We are different. Now people, you don't get dignity, you don't get integrity. All we will acquire them for our Africa on a filth, lies, dirt, theft. We pass through some of our people them. But still, we as a principled people, I believe, say, because we not be know that the bandits that will deal with them, we take their word as gospel truth. Now I will find myself in this position. Ambazonia, who founding fathers them, they be create a nation where if it person in the world, if you take person in the world to the bank and you will cut that check just by a word. That's how, if you look at the structures where they be create a nation. And we founding fathers, the Ambazonian spirit where they began for we. Even when I don't see a couple of like Cameroon ministers and the way they believe for see through Ambazonia, they talk about we. Say these people were clean people, clean inside out. We don't know why they not successful assimilate we. Because they are not like us. Ambazonia is a dignified people. They not succeed because we are not cut out of the same cloth like them. We founding fathers they put in something where they be treasured. And now you keep we for the spot of it till today. People with dignity and integrity. La Republic Cameroon no be like us and no ever be like us. If they cry say they do everything for assimilate we, they don't succeed because they are not like us. We are not like them. We are different. You destroy all economic infrastructures. You kill our people. You eradicate, you exploit everything for land. But if you break the wheel, if you change mindset, the mentality, the people who will be. The Republic of Cameroon, you are not like us and you will never be like us. We are not like you and will never be you. You try to force your indecency and your decadence on us. 60 years and counting, you know, still succeed. They will prove one thing. We be two distinct people. You are not like us. That's why we survived. Not with the numbers. You went down destroying every economic fabric for Ambazonia. Turn we into boys. Send your attack dogs in the name of Shane Dams. They chase Papa inside bushes. Kill all people then randomly with all impunity. Used to learn for experimental purposes. And you still break away. With all that will not change for be you. We are not like you. I will never be like you. That's the beauty of Ambazonia. So for those few corrupt so-called candidates, they will see they parade them, say they want to stand elections. Where is that dignity? Where is that integrity? There are certain things in this world that people with value, they leave behind. I will touch that part for the last part of this discussion.
He killed the process. Now, 2 years, 2 months later, almost the same time with the Swiss, the gap. How many Ambazonians did not be killed? Because Canada failed to provide public leadership, for give the process credibility. Thousands did not be killed. Thousands did not be displaced.
So it comes for sure, so the Canadian talk will be not just for stall the process of liberation for Ambazonia. Before stall the process, for figure out roads them, for buy fighters, for kill people them. They don't care. They don't even get a goodwill for talk me liberate Ayuk Tabi. They can't stand talk say they get talks, pre-talks. They for fees you are first start talking and say, okay, forget an open, clear conversation. They can liberate all of prisoners from there. I mean, not even talk to the one where they break international law. Those people will first hold them. Because this one an international crime with like with Nigeria. That is an international crime for pick refugees, registered refugees, bring them back for the country they run away from because they want to kill them, jail them till today. We now see the so-called where they claim say they stand for human rights and they stand for freedoms, for come hard against them. So because we have to stall the process, we'll figure out how to weaken the revolution from within. They succeed a little bit to some extent. But nationalist fighters, we know why they pick up guns and they be continue to bulldoze the way. With the ADF be at the backbone.
Many picking they don't be killed. Many picking they need to go school. Hundreds of thousands of Ambazonians, they don't become refugees. Thousands they don't be displaced. They don't increase the humanitarian crisis because they take Ambazonians for granted.
Yep.
Because both the Swiss and the Canadians, they try to protect the French interest instead for stop the carnage. So they put the exploitation and protection of French interest ahead of the lives of the Ambazonian people. So it not be any different from what the Norwegians did do. It be very hypocritical for Norway. I will get for call their hypocrisy out. For Norway for send a delegation to Cameroon, the delegation come back, they bring a letter from the Cameroon government, they bring them back the gear for their government, then their government, they call the AGOFC leadership, they say, hey, We, as we be tell when I say we go Cameroon, we don't come back. Now letter this way, Cameroon government don't send them. Now when I letter this, say the one start negotiation with the winner. For that,
Why are they holding our leader? They come, if you look at the ranking, we just type your Google world ranking, they say Norway rank around the second, seventh happiest nation. That bullshit. Seventh happiest nation. Norway don't go down for the history of Ambazonian as perpetrators and promoters of genocide. I will send that thing across Africa. Africa is the future. Wherever your position stand for now, we'll make sure so we'll remind you, we'll remember you. You turn an attack dog for France. You pick up our leader without any charges. Continue for the extent, the how do you call it, the indefinite detention of Dr. Yabacho. That is a crime. And you call yourself say the uphold human rights and dignity. You lock up somebody and you continue to extend his detention without any cause. What is your purpose of keeping him? Why are you locking up? Why is Dr. Chayobo in your jail? Then you go out, so you don't go talk with like the camera because you don't get anything. Put on tight for your hand. Release Dr. Yabacho. You perpetrate crime against humanity. You promote genocide. Norway is one of the worst countries if you think about inside Europe. We also know their abuse on other race of people in that country. And their abuse, more specifically on black people. They cover their cloth. This one, you don't just open their garment. We see the stench when they come out under Norway their garment. Pretend they claim to be the happiest world. Now how they promote exploitation of other people them globally. They should be ashamed of themselves. I say very clearly, Norwegians, you people are a mess. Just as they would you see the Norwegians like just as the Jews, they be see the Germans them. Even the very Norwegians, and how now we see the Germans in the 40s. They be perpetuate genocide on the Jews. Them when they be oppressed, when they be Germans, they be annexed on a territory. They exploit and put under oppression. Would you see when they the same like a party to that for Ambazonia? I will not go forget.
same moment we go Norway to do this thing, the Norwegians they keep Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba because for protect the French and Cameroon interest. So they keep Dr. Cho for prison because they feel say they say now he be the only thing where it stand on their way for Cameroon for take back the territory. And for the French and the Western imperialists for continue for get free resources. So that made it protect a murderer. So Norway not play this game with the Ambazonian people. Norway no go play this game with the Egg of Sea. If Norway be serious, first step, release the leader. Second step, you take public leadership. You own the process.
This one has small means and ways that we call out this bullshit in the name of European nations and they claim say they talk about democracy. Now for call out that but that means it's not test when a litmus test with the game for them. Just as we talk, the spokesperson talk, the Egg of Sea. Release Dr. Ayabacho because you don't get anything on him. No can he talk for really things say you talk for stupid people then. Release him in good faith. Take ownership. If you claim say you stand, you be champion for democracy, champion for freedoms, claims you be the 7th happiest nation globally. Prove it. I'm saying it to the Norwegian government and the Norwegians. Prove it. You can't dip your hands. Slavery will take place for a couple of centuries backwards. Till today, some people wash their hands, they come out dry, say, oh, they be sorry, or even they see put their camp to grasp for say they go pay reparations for the slaves, their descendants of America. country the type of justify where I mean their known involvement in slavery. But this one another disguise for slave master. To the Norwegian government are Norwegian people. We are not stupid. We can see through your bullshit. Release Dr. Yabachu. You have nothing on him. You should be ashamed of yourself that someone that is fighting to prevent genocide of his people, you take him and lock him up indefinitely. Continue for the external. Will not get evidence. You grasp for straws, define for motives. There is no motive. Release Dr. Yabachu. Will call your bluff if you think say you be of good faith. Norway has an NGO in our territory, in both the northern and southern zone. Is that really functioning for the betterment of our people, or are you just pretending? Is it a smoke screen to see how you can study our people and ourselves and master how to maintain the oppression of our people with like Cameroon and your attack and your master France, because you act on as a friend on behalf of France. I call you a servant of the French. Norway is a servant of France. That's how you have demeaned yourself, acting on behalf of France. And rubbish, just your attitude in a way, it rubbishes other stands say, oh, you are a leader of democracy, leader of freedoms, or the most happiest nation in the world. Bullshit. You stand the support. Norway stands to support oppression. You stand to support an attempted genocide of a people. And you go around the world calling yourself as people with dignity and integrity. This is a litmus test that you have failed. Come out and apologize to Ambazonians, release Dr. Yabachu, and take this task to hand and say, I'm going to stand up. You hold every Cameroon to contact to task. Pure from the Norwegian, from the Canadian talks, with that documented evidence of where we started in Canada as a pre-talks. And then we'll go from there. Stop pretending and claim that you are fixing things up. Release Dr. Yabachu. You are indefinite imprisonment of our leader. Shows where you stand. You don't even have. Do you have laws? You keep on extending the detention of someone without any reason. Does Norway have laws, or you treat him differently because he's a black person? That you jail him and keep him, and you continue indefinitely. You don't have any motive. You come back, you go and do your own fact finding, come out, you know there's nothing. Let him go. Your continuous detention of Dr. Yabachu just shows what you are, who you are. Barbaric nation. What is your reason, Lucky, keeping him up and you continue your indefinite detention of Dr. Yabachu? What's your reason, Norway? I'm asking the Norwegian government. What is your reason for the indefinite detention of Dr. Yabachu? He never committed any crime in your nation. All he has been doing is to fight for his people to prevent genocide of his people. Galvanizing resources to protect his people, the wounded, those killed, those displaced. Galvanizing resources to give his people to protect themselves from being massacred. Then you take him up and lock him up without any reason. So fighting to protect his people is a crime to you, Norway, because you are enabling an attempted genocide. It's because of the structures that he has put in place and his organization that has prevented the total wiping of Ambazonian villages and the continuous, the slow progressive genocide of our people. Then you take him and lock him up. Hypocrites.
Number 2, we don't tell Norway we're not there for these games. For anything we concern negotiation between the Ambazonian Governing Council and the state of Cameroon, between the Ambazonian people and the state of Cameroon, it must be done in consultation with our partners of the for United States. It must be done in consultation with our partners for the US. Not be only Norway alone. All right? It not go only be only Norway alone. It must be done in consultation with our partners of moral global strategies. When then they rally the American government for stand for Ambazonia back as guarantors. But I want to tell you today why Norway and Cameroon and France they want call for a negotiated settlement now. Why they want to talk for the Hague of Sea now? Why did they try to negotiate? Now they want to go direct, get a direct negotiation with Hague of Sea. Because as we don't tell you now, all conflicts that they come to an end, they did not now when they bring the consequential actors together. Man, make me be clear for all Ambazonians. Ambazonians get many political shades of opinion. Everybody get it right for Duam. But not be everybody be involved in the fighting. The fight for Palestine. Palestinians get about between 14, I think about 18 political movements. But when it comes for the war between Hamas, for the war for Gaza, now Hamas and Israel. The ceasefire agreement they sign them. They not sign them with all the 18 political movements for Palestine. Now only Hamas be shidon for the negotiation table. That conflict, because now Hamas defied the war with Israel. Now so conflict that it come to an end. So the notion, they say they must take everybody for bring them for table. It never ever solve any conflict like that. Now only the consequential actors from both sides that they enter into negotiated settlement because then they did fighting. So the first step, that this acknowledgement of the consequentiality of the Ambazonian Governing Council, we don't talk over the last 7 years, but most people they need listen. Now the reality of how the international system they operate, it don't come in. And over the last 6 months, since the pick up Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, every other Ambazonian leader, it don't almost run, go hide.
Fellow Ambazonians, we talk say time the way when I get a crowd, but sometimes the way when the rubber meet the road, me young picking and go for kindergarten, go to play. While the boys, them, the big men, them, they face the real issues. I'll make one thing very clear. We don't explain what play itself. Ambazonians when they get interest for Ambazonian liberation, join the Hague of Sea. You don't fight this revolution for say you want please anybody. Now you're right as an Ambazonian to fight for freedom. For be an Hague of Sea member, be an open door organization. So long as you're minded for the right place. If you be a nationalist, you come up putting your own building block for free land. At this point in time, people are supposed to rally behind the Hague of Sea, move finish this thing. No be ego trip. This one are liberation for a land. The land where they bury a lot of us, we are placenta. And now we're not supposed to rally behind the Hague of Sea. We'll push this thing through. Personality cult, it don't be over. It never be an issue of personality cult for this revolution. I don't know if it's we're only 8 years and counting. We remain business. We call Ambazonians for rally behind the Hague of Sea. We'll push this thing through and genuine Ambazonians. Them. You want to be ego trip? Not reality. When I don't see the diplomatic push and the moves, then we don't make them for this revolution. There's a lot going on. A lot. Would you just show that clips, just bits and pieces for what did happen? We never ever see the level of commitment where we will see Ambazonians meeting people with the matter. The world will not pretend. If America move, things they move. America shake, things they shake. That's a reality. Case in point, when I see what go on for the war now, guns they don't silence inside Palestine for that area for Middle East. Ukraine war will come to an end because of a different level of leadership with America take, and when they put their foot for any place and they be determined. When they see things that they change, I'm not supposed to talk much. Ukraine war will wind down. The next 3 months will be over. That was a fact. We never ever see Ambazonian go to the level where they don't reach now, where they talk directly with congressmen, senators, house reps. Some of you look at the CBH, they don't get all the spoilers them. Which if we talk about that one? So we talk genuine Ambazonian and rally behind the ache of sea. We'll push this thing through. The level at which we when I see ache of sea don't reach for certain levels inside the US, we'll never ever get that opportunity for the create this kind of connection them and for sell case.
They be non-existent. The unity of the egg of sea, the unity for maintain unity on the ground. It don't show the international community and the Norwegians and Cameroon will be the boss for this liberation struggle. Even in his absence, the organization be more united, more stronger, more powerful. The forces, they show a level of unity. So we must understand place where things that they go. That's why the egg of sea be very smart. Now the first thing that. The second thing with the push Cameroon now, for one can talk, now because of the lobby firm, the legal firm, with the egg of sea, it make this big push into the new administration because we'll be anticipate Mr. Trump is winning and will be prepared for the swift changes in global dynamics and how it go make Europe go become inconsequential.
When I hold that talk with spokesperson talk, President Donald J. Trump, I think our revolution be gaining some space. And during the era when I be see people that they move from the US, they calm down, we can't look what did happen. During the era, the first term. That's why when I be want to make a case about it, some people will think say no, look, a lot be happened during Donald Trump the era for Ambazonia. Till today, they see some of the punitive measures where Donald J. Trump be put down for them. They don't be member of AGOA. Like people cannot member of AGOA. That Donald J. Trump, first admission kicked them out. He stopped them for use US military weapons meant for Boko Haram the North, for use on Ambazonians. One thing the way Donald J. Trump talk about, when I be listen to his comments and during the way we talk before he want to be president, he say, wait, people are dying. I want that to stop. People are dying in Ukraine and I want it to stop. And conflicts in this war, one of the things that we stand and we fight for, I want to reduce conflicts for this war. My term that we swear. We get a very legal, genuine case as Ambazonians. Other people anyway, they get their own kind of businesses and we be founding on any international laws, but we get a legal case for every level. You imagine Amazon don't be in existence. The type of abort Amazonian as a baby, as an abort baby. But the fight with the type of resuscitate their picking with they give you air, will they give you oxygen. That picking for breathe, it breathe, and it go live. No come from nowhere for get for Ambazonian case. We fight now for for injustice will be perpetrated on us. We get a legal framework, a diplomatic and a political framework for fight on which we will stand for. We not just break away. Like Cameroon is not like us. They are not like us, and they will never be like us. They shatter we for every way, but no broke will, they no change we, they no deform we. And that miracle for which we Ambazonian we make we reign today while they talk. They are not like us. Even when Babatunde be rain, it will be very careful the way we deal with we. It will also be a minefield. As we don't constantly talk, the longer Liberia can protract with this revolution, this war for let we go, it will fracture into bits and pieces. At the end of the day, it will exist as a nation. We talk this thing, it be not a revolution where the president with egg of Sibiwagia. The longer you are protracting fighting against us, the higher the chances you go fractionate. And with this, some part for their area for South they claim they could be independent if things then change, their government, whatever change, Northern as they agitate. Una dey see. For them to even exist, now for let Ambazonian go for exist as a nation. So they mend their rift. But the longer they try to protract for fight with, the higher the chance they will break and fracture into pieces.
So we'll be pivot and prepare ourselves for place ourselves for a position where it will give we will give Ambazonia the edge diplomatically. So we'll be prepared, we'll be anticipate 3 months before Trump the election and set ourselves and place Ambazonia for a position of strength during this period.
Okay, fellow Amazonians, I get a couple of things that for just highlight them. For drive home the message we the spokesperson he put out there. One, like the Cameroon, they be use Swiss stock for bribe some of people they can stand and leader them. The ones who believe in the vision for Ambazonia. Bribe them, buy them over. Use some of that money for buy fighters and kill fighters and buy some of them over. We see through that scam. For Canada, the strategy been for buy people them over. Find weakling them. But if they like more, they implant amongst of Detroit from inside. They don't succeed. So when they come now, all this mago will happen for Norway. The illegal detention of Dr. Yabacho. Norway where they carry no so air. Like people where they had a column. They get some level of morality. It feels it will be color struck. or will it be stupid for believe say, oh, now white people and Europeans them for play we around. You illegally detain Dr. Yabacho, you feel say you could break will. The shakedown way the previous administration may put them in place for the US, they think they could break will. Rise up and will be stronger. Fighters for ground they commit themselves for fight. To the fact that they pick their leader, stop the battle. The revolution be embedded in us, be deep inside we. No way for safe faces for this radioactive a piece of material on pick 'em. Release Dr. Ayabacho. And if he claims he really be people with get dignity and integrity, come out in public, talk say you be open, and call like already Cameroon that bluff. So you be open for start a negotiation with the AMBA-REVOLUTION with a rep for Ambazonian and the Republic of Cameroon. We'll put the team together as they always do, and we'll meet them in the right place. Till then, fighters on the ground, fight like the revolution depend on you alone. We don't lost so much for carnage to place all day for a purpose, freedom. Freedom be priceless. And I want to make fighters of ground understand one thing. Every effort where you put them for down, for push the enemy out, it yield a desired result for liberation. It go be like a collective effort. The president for AMBA-REVOLUTION, I would like to release one of the videos where he be talk. One of the things that we be talk, I want for me we all understand. He make a comment and he ask we Ambazonians now be prepared for die for Ambazonia. Now be prepared for understand what it mean for free a nation. He ask with the question, who know what way it mean for do which way would you want to do. You be prepared for take the battle. You know, become forget a conversation with we on for cry, but it become will tell we one thing. Now we ready for fight for the land. I find that the video. If I'm ready for put that out, I don't want to put some strange one out there. They might leave 'em. The president for AMBA-REVOLUTION be talk. Are you ready to die for your line, for your land? Are you ready to fight for your future generation? Any people way you don't care about your future generation, you are a dead society. We'll call Canada bluff as a spokesperson talk. Openly release leader because your illegal detention of Dr. Yabacho without any rationale. You are going to see Liberia, Cameroon. You are coming back and telling the AMBA-REVOLUTION that you want to start talks. Release our leader. Call all Liberia, Cameroon for commit. Stand out. Be the guarantor for these talks. So you will stand for be the mediator for this talk. No way. And you openly put her out there. We'll be very clear. When Donald J. Trump came for power, he said the Ukraine war get for stop. I want to see how it stop to go. It take that responsibility. Let the Canadians, let the Norwegians take responsibility that if the Republican has sent a letter to us to talk, you are there to put it open in public. You create the enabling environment. If you claim to be a champion of democracy, you claim to be a happy nation, obviously people they're happy. Create an enabling environment, put her up in public. There's nothing to hide. Let's talk on the terms for them to leave for land. The Republic of Cameroon will talk with the AMBA-REVOLUTION on the terms for how they go for withdraw from land. That's all. The first 101 course that how we intend for withdraw for land. That's all. This start. There is no negotiation. You are not like us. And you'll never be like us. We are not like you, and you'll never be like us. Despite all the destruction we perpetrated on our land, intentionally, things say you go make, we go knee, go cower, beg, transform to be like you. We'll prove for you after 60 something years and counting that you are not like us, and we are not like you. We'll be cut out of a different cloth. Make the Norwegians who put up their hand, who claim to be a beacon of civilization, or people who live a civilized world, openly stand. If you don't be control, we'll call your bluff. You are a, how do you call it, a slave boy, or a run boy, an attack dog for France. If you don't be an attack dog for France, I would call your bluff. If you be things say you do what you do on your own as Norway, if you don't be an attack dog for France, if Norway is not an attack dog to France, it's not a run boy to France, let the Norwegian government prove it to us. We are calling your bluff. Openly, freely release Dr. Ebacho if you claim that you have some independence by yourself, and openly proclaim that you are taking the mantle to lead the negotiation settlement with Republic Cameroon and Ambazonian. We are done with these back talks. These backdoor talks. We are done with it. We are not hiding anything as Ambazonians. Our land was colonized, occupied. We were abused, denigrated. Our girls raped. Our people chased out of our land. Should we go and hide to talk to the people who are the perpetrators of this crime? No. We are open to talk about on the terms of them leaving our land. That's all we can start from. We call your bluff, Norway. Release our leader. Openly be the guarantor of these talks. You can work with the Canadians from where they stopped and call it and put it in front of the world. Just like Donald J. Trump in the US government has taken that mantle to stop the war in Ukraine, keeping all the funny players aside who were propagating that war, and he's talking directly to Russia that let's stop this nonsense. Take that, Norway. Act like the US and be the guarantor of this negotiated settlement. Then we can know that you have some people, you are people who can trust. Till then, we will call you as a lapdog and attack dog of the French. And that's what you'll be remembered for. We'll make sure you're going to hit the history books. You lock someone indefinitely. You don't even charge. What are you charging him for? You come back, you want to talk to us. Release our leader. He's the one that will lead any form of talks with between Ambazonian and the Republic Cameroon. You can't think you come and talk to us while our leader is in your hands, in your keeping, for no reason. You call your bluff to it. We've said it. We are prepared to go down the line. Our lives mean nothing to us if Ambazonian is not going to live in the future. If our future generation is not going to live in the future, our life means nothing to us. We are prepared to share everything, giving our all for our future generation. Let them come and know that we walk this path for them. One thing is clear. Anybody participating in any form of elections, as I have said in the past, as a spokesperson I've put it out in the past, you are an enabler of genocide of your people. There's a consequence for that. Anybody. And one thing that shocks me the most is, how can people sit and see our people being slaughtered within us? What level of... When I look at the likes of Agbogbala, I hear they're going to stand for presidential elections. The Kawalas. So our people mean nothing to them. What are you looking for in this world? What are you really looking for? Money? You want to go and continue to be the umbilical cord in in the continuous killing of our people. Because you are the ones normalizing the killing of our people. Anybody where they participate for elections, you normalize the killing of our people. We see you like an enemy combatant. We maintain our oppression. And there's a cost for that, there's consequences. There's nothing to discuss about that. You see the killing, picking them, they burn villages, over 500 villages. You don't participate with an enemy, you don't join with the same enemy. Look, fellow Ambazonians, I want to make one thing very clear. Any of these people, when they parade themselves, they claim they want to stand for elections. When if they do there's some election for the Republic of Cameroon, but they think that they go enter our territory. I want to understand one thing. Dr. Endele, Dr. Endele, John Gufoncha, Joa, and the rest, when they left the house of Enugu, Eastern Nigeria, they left together, unanimously. And that's why we had this big shift. That's why we could chart our pathway to our nationhood. They could recognize that even the British were the overseers of the Church territory. They could recognize that and make it known and document it because they left unanimously and all of them together. If part had left and part had stayed, would have been chaos. They could initiate our nation because all of them left together and started to create our nation. So anybody, after having seen the killing of our people, the murder and the slaughter, you are participating, acting with the enemy. You are showing to the world, oh no, this is nothing to bother about. You are a potential enemy of Ambazonian state and will treat you as that type, as that. We don't care. You face the consequence of betrayal because you betray a people. It's not about your accolades, it's not about what you want, it's about your integrity. We will go after all our enemies during and after the war. So whatever you are doing, there will be a place and a time we will call you to account for it. Our land, there is nothing like election in our land. The enemy has no hold over our land. And if you are participating in any form of election in our land, there is a cost. There's consequences for that. Keep trying. Fellow Ambazonians, let me end as we start this life. We put out the communique and the discussion from Ambazonianism because we want seriousness and real commitment. Yes, we're open to talks, but talks on the conditions. They go, first of all, the person will go lead the talk now, leader. Secondly, Ambazonians will put a team together. Third, when Norway commit will be the guarantor for the talks between the Ivory Cameroon and us, they will get that conversation. Till then, may they continue to play footsie. We'll only watch. To fight us for the ground, continue for mount pressure for the enemy. Every effort will be put at the diplomatic level and for the ground level, it counts. Now the building block for our nation. Do what you do. Not do for anybody. Do because they are the rightful thing for doing. And you do because as an individual, we all are slaves. As an individual, you fight a collective fight for liberating people who land. We no go ever go back for the Liberation Cameroon. Never. The ones in way see the ground, liberation tax drive it continue. Continue to pay a liberation tax. Continue to pay a liberation tax. And the land will be free. When you see change they take place. And heavy works go on in the egg of sea flank. A lot to go on. All we tell Ambazonians like that. But believe in your liberation. Believe in the egg of sea. they change. They fight for our freedom. You go meet up with some people. They go take somebody by shock or by surprise. Join this last push. They call all Ambazonians. Join this last push. We'll finish this thing. Start putting about nationhood, nation building. We'll be free by any means possible. A lot to go on. This period will end up when the white ever the time when rubber or tire a meet-up route. The contact point with tire meet-up route. Would they feel the pressure? But we will survive. Keep fighting for the fighters for the ground. I salute all now. Me, logistically for ADF. Stay focused, of course, till Norway and America show serious commitment. We'll keep on fighting. And even if it's not table, the fight will continue till the enemy leave land. Because even now, when I will see even for Russia, they talk about negotiating, but fight is going on. So we will continue to fight. I don't mind that some norms calls and kind of claims, hey, no, who you are gone. When it is revolution, when it comes revolution, no, we meant for kids or for people where they claim too much. That gun them, we go convert the fighters them, the ones who go military, we'll convert them, go continue to defend land forever. That gun do it for fighters their hand. We will use that gun till create our military for defend land. So there will be no time when the gun come fighters their hand. Una stay sharp, una stay alert to the fighters. Now very trying times is, and una put the security on alert. And I call on all Ambazonian people, when you see something, say something to our fighters. When you hear something, say something to our fighters. Because when they free the land for we all. Una see how they kill for the info South province. They treat una that the federal can live for this world. No. We need to create our own land, a safe space for all Ambazonians globally. Now responsibility that we no go choke head inside sand. Things will go one thing don't clear. No, you go for do the hard work. All we be called upon for support the AMBA-REVOLUTION more continue push. Pay your liberation tax. Continue for fight more continue this battle. Pay your liberation tax. And then we will free our land together and we will live in peace and harmony. The future generation will know say we'll be there and we act on their behalf.